Drawing things for complete strangers, but my parents will probably watch this, so I guess they're not our strangers completely. Bad art. YELLO! Welcome to another episode of Bad Art, where I draw some things and talk some things and you can watch and listen. If you ain't liking neither, then we can switch positions. I ain't worried about the troll, cause I'm aiming to them haters. All I do is take my pencil and I swerve it on some paper, and I might make some mistakes, so that's why I keep erasers. And I'm sipping on some bourbon, you should know it's maple flavored. I ain't frontin', I ain't stuntin', I ain't got a fake for nothing. All I do is make some videos to show you how my pencil flows. Okay, ready, start the show. Ready, set, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, so sorry. I had it. I had the bug. I just had to do it. So yeah, if you haven't figured it out yet, gonna talk about some rap. I mean, if you're watching this when it's posted, it's 420, and rappers nowadays. Not nowadays. I guess they've always been like, puffing them tweeds, getting that magic dragon. Drink that wine. I forgot how that line goes in Friday, but yeah. So, let's just talk about some rap. I really cannot talk that much about rap just because I've stopped listening to rap a long time ago. And when I mean stop listening to it, I mean I don't read any more magazines like Double XL and stuff. Like I used to get every Double XL magazine and read about the ins and outs of it, the business, who's a new up and coming artist, and what new singles are out and what albums are being worked on and stuff like that. Who's beefing with who. I used to be all up into that. And I've dropped off. And I think if I could think about when, it would probably have to be around the time when everybody started using auto-tune, because that shit was annoying. I could not get with it. There are some people who made it work for them, like T-Pain, but when everybody just started doing it, that was when I was just like, all right, I think I'm kind of done with this now. I still listen to people I listen to the big names like Eminem, of course, Kanye, Jay-Z and all that. I was still listening to those people, but all the new, young, or at that time, young and up and coming people, most of them I just did not give a chance to. I just started dropping out. And I think the other reason was too, is that it really started getting to the point where everybody was just copying everybody. The Clips hit the nail right on the head when they came out with the song Mr. Me Too, because that is what it felt like when you were listening to all these different artists. It was just you wearing platinum, yeah, me too. You got Billings in your video, yeah, me too. You wear Audemars, however the hell it's pronounced, it's a watch, yeah, me too. Cristal, yeah, me too. It got old real quick. There used to be a time where you could tell what region a rapper was coming from. If it was more of a crunk party type vibe, you figured they were down south. If it was more of a gangster rap kind of vibe, it was West Coast. If it was a more not friendly, but more happy-go-lucky, a little party here and there, a little mixture of all the different styles combined together, it was a Midwest artist, just stuff like that. Nowadays, I can't even tell you who the hell is who. I remember when I first heard Chief Keef. I heard his music, and I was like, "Oh, okay, down south got some rappers coming out, huh? Or some more rappers coming out." And then I looked him up and realized that he was actually from Chicago, Illinois. And I was like, "This don't sound nothing like Midwest rap, but okay, whatever, So it's just kind of weird. And I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing. I mean, everybody's influenced by different stuff. There were people in different regions. I'm sure there were people in New York who liked listening to, Dirty South rap, and that's kind of how they got their style probably. But it's just, I don't know. Everybody just kept rapping the same. Even and I don't really keep up with what's going on today, but every now and then I hear some stuff on the radio my girlfriend listens to a lot of rap, so I hear some new stuff here and there, and everybody sounds like Drake, you know. And if I'm getting that wrong, I'm sorry. If Drake is copied off somebody else, I'm sorry I got that wrong. But just from what I hear, it sounds like everybody is rapping like Drake, like that kind of hashtag rap that people started doing. You know, everybody's like taking that style or incorporating that in their music now. You know, and back when I used to listen to mixtapes, and it got to a point where, like, when Lil Wayne was doing that thing where he just kept coming out with music everywhere, like mixtape after mixtape, and he was guesting on everybody's songs and stuff. And then next thing you know, everybody just starts putting out mixtapes left and right, you know. And it got to the point where their mixtapes sounded better than their albums. So I really got to the point where I was just like, you know, there ain't no point in me going out buying albums anymore, because clearly you take this mixtape more seriously than your album. So it's just weird. Really weird. New people who I listen to, like, every now and then, you know, I don't know. I just don't keep up with it like I used to. But every now and then you hear some new folks pop up. Like, I like Kendrick. I like Kendrick Lamar. I like Iggy Azalea. I think a lot of people hate on her, but I like her just because, you know, she has an interesting style. And we need a lot more female rappers in the industry. So that really needs to be built up. It's very, very male dominated. And we need to get some females up in here. You know, Nicki Minaj is doing her thing. A lot of people, well, I guess some people don't like her. I like Nicki Minaj. I don't have a problem with her. But yeah, we definitely need to boost it up with the females. What else is there? God, I told you there's not really much I can say about this. Well, Ludacris just came out with a new album, and I like that. I was actually surprised to see that, because I was just like scrolling around on the internet, and it was like Ludacris, Ludiversal, and I was like, oh shit, he actually came out with it, because he was actually supposed to come out with that a long time ago, but I guess he was too busy doing movies, which is fine. You know, take a break, collect your thoughts. You know what I mean? And he came back, and he came back hard, and I really enjoyed the album. He's another artist where when they come out with stuff, I don't need to hear any singles. I don't need to like listen to a couple singles on the radio and be like, okay, now I can go get this album. It's just, he's one of those artists where if they say he's coming out with a new album, I just need to know the date, and I will be there to get it. Ludacris is like that. Eminem is like that. Drake is like that. Kanye is like that. You know, those are the people where it's like, I will drop everything and go and get your album as soon as it comes out. You know, even my mom likes Drake, which is weird. It's so weird. Like, I got her one of his CDs for Christmas one day, or for Christmas, and she like freaked out. She screamed like a little schoolgirl. She was like, "Oh, Drake!" Oh. And I was like, "What the heck? Really, Mom? Really? You like Drake? Drake, who talks about your son constantly, telling your son that he's a loser and a lazy piece of shit, and that he will fuck my girlfriend right in front of me if he had the chance. Really, Mom? Drake running around the kitchen with him going, motherfuckers never loved us. Bitch, you better have my money when it come for the shit like ODB. Really?" And then she, and side note, this woman, my mom, had the nerve to call me up one day and ask me, What's the Eminem CD with the song with Rihanna, where he does the song with Rihanna? What CD is that? Because I want to get it. Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? You know what? Forget you, Mom, okay? Because I distinctly remember sitting in your car when I was younger, you know, bumping, and every single person is a Slim Shady lurking who could be working at Burger King, spitting on your onion rings, or in the parking lot circling, screaming, "I don't give a fuck," with his windows down and the system up. And you were sitting there cringing, and you had this nasty look on your face, looking at me like there was something wrong with me, talking about, "Oh, how could you listen to this? It's just so dirty. Why does he have to curse so much? Oh my God," you know, like doing all that kind of shit. And now all of a sudden you want to ask me, what CD is it that he does a song with Rihanna because you want to get it? Are you kidding me? No, Mom, you can't listen to Eminem anymore. You had your chance. You need to get in from the ground floor. You can't come in years later when he's all laxed and chill and still spitting hot fire because he's the best rapper ever. Leave me alone. He's the best rapper ever. I don't care what you say. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Mom. But seriously, you can't listen to Eminem, okay? You're just going to have to listen to that song on the radio. Or if I find it at Walmart, maybe I'll get it for you. But yeah. Anyway, it's weird. It's weird. So yeah. So if you could give me any recommendations on the new people today that is not Kendrick or Iggy, then I would love to hear it. Because I did kind of keep tabs on some other people underground, but it didn't really pan out that much. We'll get into that a little later. I do want to address the where rap needs to go, which is, I mean, the subject matter really hasn't changed as far as I know. The subject matter is still money, clothes, bitches and hoes and cars and all kind of other shit. I want to see more joint albums. I was actually really surprised when Jay-Z and Kanye did a joint album, because I thought that was going to actually start something. Because back in the day, I was anticipating the joint album between Lil Flip and David Banner, but I don't think that ever happened. And I still would actually like to see that, even though like they're not the same artists that they were back at those times, but I would still like to see that happen. I've heard rumors that Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole were actually supposed to do a joint album. I don't know if that happened yet, but it is one of those things where it's like, you let me know the date and I will get it. Okay? That's all I need to know. But yeah. So yeah, any recommendations, any people who I should be listening to, let me know. Now, let's get to the piece, the Chicasso that I'm working on. It's my boy Wiz, okay? My boy Wiz Khalifa. And you can hate all you want, and you can say, all he does is talk about smoking weed and drinking champagne. He talks about all the things you just argued about people just talking about constantly. Okay, look, I make an exception with Wiz Khalifa, okay? Wiz Khalifa is one of the few people who I listen to, like one of the few new people in the game who I listen to. And technically he's not even really new. And I'm not trying to get hipster with this, but I first heard about or discovered Wiz Khalifa back when he was still underground. One of my buddies had put me on to him a long time ago. He came up to me, because this is back when I was listening to underground artists. And he came up to me and he was like, have you ever heard of a guy named Wiz Khalifa? And I was like, no, how do you spell that? And he gave me the spelling on it and stuff. And he was like, check him out. He's really, really good. Just go download one of his mixtapes. It doesn't matter which one. Listen to it. You will not be disappointed, right? So I did that. And I think the first mixtape I listened to, it was called Grow Season. And this fool was rapping his ass off. And I was like, oh my God, he is bomb, you know? And he had some mixtapes before that. So I went back and downloaded those and was listening to him. And ever since then, I was just like, all right, I'm all about this. I'm all about Wiz, you know? And I was bumping Wiz. I was trying to get my brothers to listen to it. I don't think they ever really caught on. And then I think shortly after I had started listening to him, I don't know if the CD, or not the CD, but I don't know if the single was out before or after, but after I had listened to his mixtapes, that was when his single Say Yeah started playing on the radio. And I was like, damn! I was like, he's about to do it. He's about to jump over to the mainstream. And I don't think he did after that. I don't think he really jumped to the mainstream until he came out with his album Rolling Papers. That was his first official studio album, I guess, or so, because I think he came out with albums before, but I think those were all street albums or underground or something like that. But I think Rolling Papers was definitely the one where he came out into the limelight because he had the song Black and Yellow, and that was getting heavy rotation. And once that came out, he has just been, he's just definitely become a household name. And I always like just feel so proud. I'm like a proud parent when I watch him do his thing, you know, because I got to him on the ground floor, like when he was still underground and you would say his name and no one knew who he was, to the point where now everybody knows who he is. And I like that, you know. And yeah, you know, there is a lot of songs where he's talking about weed and champagne and all this stuff, but he also has a lot of motivational songs too. He's got some songs to ride to. Like I usually do bump a lot of Wiz when I'm driving around and cruising and stuff, and I definitely listen to him while I'm at work, and you know, it keeps me motivated to do what I'm doing, to do stuff like this, make these little videos for you, you know. And so yeah, y'all stop hating on Wiz. I mean, if you don't like him, you know, I guess you don't like him, but you know, you ain't gotta hate on him. He's doing his thing just like everybody else. And yeah, and the other thing too, because yeah, I think he is like the only person where I've gotten to where I've heard him first underground and where he went over into superstardom. Because the only other person who I really wanted that to happen to was this guy named Bobby Creekwater. And he used to be signed under Eminem's label, Shady Records. And he never like broke out into stardom. At least I don't think he had. Like I said, I haven't kept up with what's going on today in the world of rap. But I don't think he ever made that jump over to mainstream, and he has since left the record label of Shady, which sucks, but I guess they were like kind of taking too long to bring out his actual album. But I would definitely say keep your eyes open for that guy. Definitely go and look up his mixtapes and listen to him, because he's actually really talented as well. And so yeah, that might about do it. You know, I think we talked enough about Wiz. You know, he's a good rapper. Go check him out if you haven't. Lots of tattoos. I love tattoos as much as the next person, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get tattoos all over my body like that. To each his own. The only thing that sucks about the whole tattoo thing is we go back to rappers just kind of like doing what the other person is doing. Everybody's got tattoos all over them, like to the point where if they stood in the lineup and you stood far enough away from them, you couldn't tell who was who. And I'm pretty sure that's why Wiz colored his hair purple, because he probably looked around and was just like, damn, people got a lot of tattoos. There's a lot of people with a lot of tattoos all over their body, and I'm starting to get roped in with them. Let me just go ahead and change my hair color to stand out a little bit. And let's be honest, I don't think there's a lot of people or a lot of men who are going to color their hair purple the way he did. So I say props to that man for coloring his hair purple. Not really something I would choose, but I kind of understand, at least to the extent of my knowledge, of why he did it. He probably just wanted to change his hair purple. I'm saying he probably just wanted to stick out from everybody else, because he just looked around and saw, he was like, man, y'all look a lot like me. And yeah. And when I'll close out with this, because I would like to draw Wiz Khalifa again, but to all you rappers out there who got tattoos all over your bodies and shit, do a favor to your fans. Like, you probably don't want to show off your tats, which is probably why it's so hard to find clear pictures of them, but help your fans out, your artistic fans who want to do like pictures of you, and the next photo shoot you do, kind of fully display your tattoos. Maybe do like a YouTube video or something and be like, here's how it looks on this side, here's how it looks on that side, here's how my back looks, here's how my chest looks, because it was really hard for me to figure out what the hell was tattooed on Wiz Khalifa, because there are so many pictures of him on the internet, but like there's some angles that they don't get for his arm. Like if you look on his left arm, because he's got a lot of scriptures over him, but on his left arm, on his bicep, there's a scripture. I have no idea what it says. I couldn't find anything to help me out with that. And then like on his forearm, on his left forearm, I can't really tell what a lot of those tattoos were. So I did my best. So if Wiz Khalifa or any of his people or his diehard fans are watching this video right now, I'm sorry. I tried my best. Okay. I did a lot of research with the tattoos, and I did my best to transfer that onto my artwork. So if it's not up to snuff, I apologize, okay? But just for future reference, take some clearer pictures next time, or give us a little tour of your canvas that is your body, and help out people like me who want to do some murals, you know, some drawings, some sketches of you, okay? So that's about it. So let's end it right there. Happy 420 to everyone. I mean, if you're gonna smoke some tweeds, you know, you're gonna smoke that dragon. Make sure you be careful. Don't go out driving somewhere and smash into somebody, and hopefully you don't get drug tested at work and get fired, because we need our jobs. We need to make that paper, you know. And you know what to do. Like, dislike, do what you like. Leave a comment whether you agree with me or not. Let's have a discussion. If you have any pictures you want me to draw, or if you have any things you want me to talk about, let me know. You can find me on Twitter at the Chewels, TheeChewels. And that's going to do it. That was bad, but it could have been worse. And I'm out.